Woof.
All right. So this is the new DevBlog that was out today, and there's actually two of them. One of them's really short and sweet, to the point, but this one's the bigger one. I haven't seen anything but the headline. I try not to read much of anything of these except for the headline before I go through them, because I want this to be a first read through and kind of like a cold reaction, complete with mistakes, misconceptions, and everything. I don't care. That's how I want to do it. It's a first read through. Sometimes it takes me a minute to digest stuff and figure it out. Sometimes maybe I don't figure it out or have the wrong conclusion. It can happen. That's all right. But let's take a look at this. The DevBlog from today, which is June 15th, for early access to Spanish cruisers, concealed maneuvers, interesting, sea battles, and a whole lot more. Not just a little bit, but a whole lot more. Okay, well, let's see how big this thing is. This is closed test 12.6, and they're wanting to check out some of the new main features in the coming update. So first one, this is what we knew was coming. Early access to Spanish cruisers, because God knows we have to put out a new ship line every 4 weeks. Honestly, I've mentioned this before, that I think it would have really, while I understand it's important to develop and all that, I think it would have really behooved Wargaming to pace themselves a little bit, and it may actually extend the longevity of the game if they don't try and put as much out at once as they can. And I'm not saying that they should say, oh, you can't put out but one ship line a year. I'm not saying that, but we don't have to have one, 4 times a year? Well, I mean, some ridiculous amount of time a year. We can have a little more space between them. Give us a chance to digest the new stuff that's out. And you're going to have the people that get it in the early access like this, that are going to whale it. Then you're going to have other players that aren't going to get it. They may get a few ships, especially if they're free to play. They might get a few of the ships, and then they're going to have to grind the other ones out after this event's over. You're also going to have newer players that they're just not up to this yet, or they're only going to work on this if it's a line that interests them. Otherwise, they'll be grinding out other lines. So, give us a chance to grind them out, play them, for everybody to do that before you throw more new ships. That would be, that would be the one suggestion I would make. In any case, so according to this, in update 12.6, early access to Spanish cruisers will begin in honor of the event. Thematic permanent camos for new tier 8 to 10 ships, a commemorative flag, and 4 thematic emblems of the Spanish nation have been added to the game. The ocean port has also been decorated for this occasion. Now, I'm assuming that this thematic emblems are going to be what you earn is you get like so many games. I can't remember how that goes. You get so many games above a certain average damage or something like that in the nation. Can't remember, but it's one of those type things. Maybe we'll look at that when we get to World of Warships. But or you know what? Let's just go over to World of Warships real quick, and we will look. Where is this going to be? Is this going to be under inventory, or it's going to be here? No, it's going to be not going to be under inventory, is it? Is it? That can't be right. No, I know it's going to be wherever we have our patches and stuff at, and for some reason, I've gone completely blank as to where the darn things are. Oh, it's here. Duh. You got to click the patch. There we go. Man, I'm telling you, getting old is no fun. It ain't no place for sissies. Here we go. So we've got symbols and backgrounds and such. So we got that, and then, but then we got our emblems. So this is what we're looking at. Here you go. Yeah, where you get like, okay, battles that you're among the top 3 XP earners. the number of battles you've got. So that's what these will be for. Whether you've got 15, 25, 50, or 100 battles in the top 3 of a team. That's what that's going to be for. So that's what these should be for. So, okay, makes sense. Pretty cool looking. They got the bullhead symbol, and you get a little more detail, bigger horns, and a little more color as you go up. So kind of cool. I kind of like the far right one with the when it gets gold, when there's more gold and red on it. That's pretty nice. So they're showing how Ocean is decorated. Not sure what's up with this little houseboat looking thing right here. That's interesting. I guess this is what's called the gaudy camos, and good gaudy, a mighty. Oh boy. Yeah, they're not kidding. This is the, oh boy. This is a Tiffany lamp of ship camos here. Now, actually, it's not even a Tiffany lamp, because Tiffany would put out something that looks a whole lot better than this. I mean, kudos to the art department for the detail, as always, but oh my gosh. Not one of my favorite camos at all. Not one of my favorite camos. It is pretty nice that they've got kind of like a, I guess this is some type of sea serpent or something in the pattern, and they're doing the pattern in different types, colors. One looks like it's more bright, but yeah, not a fan of this concept. I mean, I know there's something for everybody, and I hope that there are players out there that really like this, but do not count the Tater to be among one of those. All right, let's go past that. I realize I've not had a lot good to say about a lot of the camos recently. There's been one or two really good ones, but there's been a bunch of terrible ones, and some that are not too bad, but just kind of have like a weird part to it or something. So, yeah. Okay. Let's go down to Concealed Maneuvers. The new Concealed Maneuvers temporary battle type will start in 12.6. The idea behind this battle type is to test the new mechanics to be used aboard upcoming aircraft carriers. 9 versus 9 format, utilizing tier 7 and 8 cruisers, destroyers, battleships, and aircraft carriers. Both regular aircraft carriers and new ones will be able to participate in the battle type, and it sometimes may occur that a battle is fought without the presence of any of the new aircraft carriers. Even in battles without aircraft carriers, players will be able to complete special combat missions and earn rewards. The new aircraft carriers will be represented by Hikaku and Concord Bridge, clones of Shokaku and Lexington, but with the new mechanics and changed parameters. These ships will be distributed as rentals for the duration of the event, and they can only be used in the Concealed Maneuvers battle type. The main difference between the new ships and their branch ships will be the presence of 2 new squadron consumables, Smoke Curtain Generator and Air-Dropped Minefield. Okay. Oh, well, we're going to delve a little deeper into this as we go down, but my only hope here is that so few players play this that maybe it'll tell Wargaming something, but I'll bet it won't happen. In any case, Kikaku will be able to deploy a smoke screen with her attack craft, or attack aircraft. Smoke Curtain Generator works the same as with regular ships. The regular attack aircraft will be replaced by tactical ones, which will help Kikaku use the Smoke Curtain Generator more effectively. Tactical attack aircraft are equipped with boosters and consist of only 1 attack flight, and they do not return to the aircraft carrier. Kikaku will have base Shikaku torp bombers, and more of the researchable AP bombers will be available on the deck. Torpedo bombers are Shikaku's strongest source of damage. For Kikaku, we decided to shift the focus away from them by weakening the torpedo bombers and reinforcing the other squadrons of the ship. Okay, so basically that's interesting. So they're going to nerf the torp bombers, which are the main selling feature of the thing. Interesting. Nice. So as I understand that, these planes will lay down literally a curtain of smoke that goes a long distance, but it's not going to last that long. I don't know what all that means. I don't know if by not lasting that long it means British type, dispersion of the smoke. I don't know. We'll see as we get more information. Concord Bridge bombers will be able to call a special airstrike that will drop the mines. Oh dear, that looks almost like a little bit like a flying, like not quite a B-17 and not quite a B-25. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like. I have seen, I used to work next to an airport, and I have seen a B-25 Mitchell take off and land at that airport, which was really cool, by the way. But I'm not 100% sure if this is just a wargaming concoction, because I'm not quite up on enough on the naval or the air designs of all the bomber airplanes to be able to tell you for sure. But it's something along that lines, B-17, B-25, one of those. It's something similar to that, but I just don't know if it's a made-up concoction or if this is supposed to look just like one of the bomber types. And I don't see any markings necessarily that indicate what it might be. By activating the airdrop minefield consumer, a circular area is created in the current coordinates of the squadron that is then filled with mines. It consists of a large number of separate mines that can't deal damage immediately. They need some time to become activated. They explode on collision and have a high chance to cause flooding. They remain active for several minutes and are mainly used as a zoning tool. They can be destroyed with depth charges and depth charge airstrike. That's interesting. When a player destroys a set amount of mines, the whole minefield will disappear. Okay. So does that mean that this is a distraction to get you to use your airstrikes to take out minefields so you don't kill Wargaming's precious subs that they've been pushing on us, and give the poor sub players a chance to live longer? I don't know. It literally seems like smoke and mines or smoke and mirrors to me. I don't know. We'll see. Concord Bridge will have base Lexington torp bombers. For attack aircraft will armed only. Well, I think they missed some of the English there. Will be armed only with tiny TIM rockets, and they will have increased damage. They will also have increased HP, reduced aircraft preparation time, and reduced the penalty for aiming while attacking. Yes, English is hard. We need to they need to invest a little more money in translation here, folks. So it sounds like you're only going to get the tiny TIM rockets. They're going to buff the rocket damage. They're going to buff the plane HP, reduce the prep time, and reduce the penalty for aiming while attacking. That's going to be interesting to see. If the new event shows good results, we plan to use the new mechanics to bring back the carriers that were removed from the game in update 0.8.0. Okay. Interesting. Let's, good, they give us stats. Let's look at these aircraft stats. So what did they do to the torp bombers? They said that they nerfed this down. So you get, where does it, okay, you get an attacking flight of 2 8 aircraft per squadron. So you get 4 flights of 2 aircraft, basically, with a payload of 1 torp. So you get to drop 2 torps is all you get. Maximum torp damage, 7233. Now, I don't know what Shikaku looks like normally, so I don't know how this compares. But there's a way to find out, because we're looking at what? Shikaku and Lexington? Yeah. Shikaku and Lexington. Let's quickly find out here. We're going to bring up Shikaku and Lexington. So, Shikaku, if I look at torpedo bombers, currently now, what do you get? You get a squadron of 5x2. So now they're saying you get a squadron of 4x2. Is what I'm seeing? Yeah. So you get, this says you get 5 double squadrons. You get two torps per drop. 50 knots, 7233 damage, 40% flood chance. So the damage is not nerfed. That's the same damage, same torps, same same speed as the torp arming, same arming distance, same cruising speeds. So the only thing I see that's nerfed is there's 8 aircraft in the flight instead of 10. Okay. That's not a huge nerf, because you know a lot of players are going to be dropping a set of planes anyway. But that's definitely interesting. What did they do to anything to attack aircraft? These look the same. Is it where is it? So they're saying the attack aircraft is only a 6 aircraft squadron with 4 rockets in the payload. So currently you get 3 triple squadrons with 6 rockets. So basically you can get 18 rockets per shot. You can get 3 attack runs, assuming no planes get destroyed. Now they're just giving you 1 run, kind of like a Russian thing. I'm interested to see what it says, though, about... I don't see anything that's telling us what the smoke is. Nothing here is telling me what the smoke is. So I don't know. What about the dive bombers? Is this 3 and 9 bombers? 3 and 9. Still 145 and 185 speed. How about, it said, where's your damage? 6,200 AP bombs. 6,200 AP bombs. Okay. Getting basically 3 bombs per drop. That is correct. What did they buff then? Restoration time of 76 seconds. That's the same. So I'm not 100% sure if what they buffed here. So realistically, it just looks like they're changing their aircraft to be like a Russian squadron with 1 attack flight of all 6 aircraft. I don't know. Concord Bridge stats. Here you're supposed to get dive bomber. Is it your dive bombers that are going to be able to drop the mines? But again, they're not telling us anything about the mines. So I don't know what they're doing. But it looks like, let's see what we've got now. What I do see is on the Lexington's attack aircraft, it's the same thing. You get 3 squadrons of 3 with 2 rockets in the payload. So that's, you're only getting 6 rockets. But they've upped the damage from 5,400 to 6,400. And penetration and fire chance are the same. So, okay, we got that. Did they do anything to torp bombers? Should be 3. Yeah, they changed the torp bombers on the Lexington. You get 2 per flight and 8 aircraft instead of 3 by 3 in the current squadron that Lexington has. You get 3 flights of 3. So they basically nerfed your ability to do damage with the aircraft. Okay. There's still the slow variety. Yeah, same damage, but you just get 2 planes instead of 3. Okay. And what did they do with the dive bombers? Anything. You've got same kind of health, same kind of speed. You have 3 by 3 on the aircraft. That's the same. What else? Same restoration time. Now you've got 9,200 HE bombs or 9,200 damage. The same thing. 52% fire chance. 53 millimeter pin. So that's all the same. Bombs and payload 2. Yeah, this is all the same. So basically, they've changed your torp bomber run so you only get 2 torps per drop, and they've buffed the attack aircraft to get more damage per rocket. So that's kind of where that's at. Okay. Well, they just don't, like I said, they don't give us anything here to tell us what the smoke curtain is going to be like or what the minefield is going to be like. What size is it? We know it's round. So do we just come in and drop the thing in the middle of a damn cap so nobody can cap? You know, what are we going to do? So, and is it big enough that it'll cover a whole cap? I don't know. Let's see here. We'll move on to the next thing because this is kind of salt inducing for me. So we'll go on to the next thing. Sea battles. In update 12.6, an armory minigame will see its return. Okay, sea battles inspired by the battleship. They call it the battleship puzzle. Oh, you sunk my battleship. A guessing game played in 1 versus 1 format. Yes. We changed the reward system, so now winning a battle can bring one of the random rewards, including valuable rewards such as doubloons or a ship. Ooh. So to participate, you will now need a special resource. Another special resource. What we need is another resource in the game. Entry tickets. They will now be purchased in the armory, and players can obtain only a limited number of tickets for in-game resources and can purchase tickets unlimitedly for doubloons. Oh, so now it's going to cost you 250 doubloons for each play. Those better be some damn good prizes. Okay, here's your entry ticket prices. You can purchase 3 tickets for 5,000 coal. You can get up to 3 tickets for 30,000 free XP and up to 3 tickets for 2 million credits. Rewards distribution will be changed as well. Okay, so what are the rewards? Let's see what you're going to get for your rewards, especially if you're paying 250 doubloons a piece for these darn tickets. So rewards for sinking ships. You get common, mark that, common economic bonuses. Okay. You might as well just whip it out and piss all over my doubloons at that point. What's next? Rewards for winning the battle. So a small chance to win 350 doubloons, which is 100 more than you paid for the ticket. You've got special economic bonuses of each type, 15% for each type. You can get 6250 free XP, 18750 elite XP, an Almirante Abreu with a level 3 commander, a Vampire with level 3 commander, and a Ninghai with level 3 commander. You have a 3.5% chance each to get those. So basically about a 10% chance to get a ship if you win a battle. And isn't the Almirante Abreu, isn't that like tier 4? These are, Ninghai is like a newer tier 3, I think, and Vampire The Vampire is the tier 2 or 3 DD. So these are all very low level ships. So you're not getting much here, folks. You might as well just write off the common economic bonuses. That's not even worth considering. I wish they gave you a really good chance to get the 350 doubloons. A better chance for that, maybe 25% or something. So you'd have a good chance of, if you won, it's like you gambled 250 doubloons and you got a good chance of getting 350 back if you win. I don't know. That's the kind of thing we're looking at. Sea battles will be available both in both the in-game and web armory. So, okay. That's very interesting. I'm not sure what I think about the prizes or the rewards. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Economic changes. Due to the specifics of how operations function, some combat missions are easier to complete by playing operations. Oh, therefore, in order to preserve operations in the majority of combat missions and not affect their difficulty in other battle types, we are introducing a special reduction factor. Progress towards completing combat missions, campaigns, and personal challenges by playing operations will be reduced by half for some metrics. Oh, for example, if a mission requires a player to earn 2 destroyed ribbons, the player has to earn 4 destroyed ribbons in operations. And they're going to give it a special indication in the game client. Great. So, get more economy nerfs, so to speak. Now, settings improvements. The settings window will be completely redesigned with significant interface changes. Thank goodness. Let's hope they're good. All available options are divided into 8 tabs: display, graphics, sounds, combat, UI, mouse, camera, keyboard, and other. Some of the settings will be removed while some will be merged with others. The new interface will make it easier and more convenient to configure the game the way you like it, and you'll be able to make technical improvements and add new settings more easily in the future. Or they'll be able to, thanks to some under the hood improvements. Is that programmer code for spaghetti code? I don't know. Interesting. Well, hopefully that doesn't break anything else whenever they do that. Recruit-based combat missions. Update 12.6 will bring new combat mission conditions. In order to complete them, players will need to play in division, and each division member must have the recruiting station's veteran or shipmate status. These combat missions will improve the experience of using the recruiting station for other players by giving them new challenges and rewards. Okay. Now we've got some content addition and changes. So let's see what we got. Battle of Somme, or Somme, however you say that. A new Battle of Somme historical puzzle collection will be added to the game. The collection will consist of one image that is divided into 60 elements. We've seen stuff like that before. The reward for completing the collection will be British destroyer Somme or Somme, with similar parameters to Jutland, but with a unique appearance and a 10 skill points captain. So, interesting. So, they're going to give you a chance to get a tier 9 DD for completing a collection? Damn, okay. Additionally, a Somme, I don't know how you say that, Sammy, but a Somme commemorative flag and Battle of Somme container will be added to the game. In update 12.6, players will be able to complete the collection for free. More details will be revealed at a later date. Additional content: commanders Jose Prudencio Padilla, Fyodor Apraxkin with unique voiceover, and Pavel Nakimov. Now, does that mean that only Fyodor gets the unique voiceover, or do all 3 of them get it? These look like commanders that would have been like wooden ship commanders, if you get my drift. These look like throwback commanders, like way back before we had ironclads. Is kind of what that looks like. And then lastly, Commander Murat Serezli with unique voiceover. So I'm guessing the Russian captain and the European captain are getting the voiceover, but maybe not these other two. And it looks like it's just, I don't think they're going to have any special skills. They'll just, at least two of these will have a unique voiceover. We don't know about Jose and Pavel. We don't know about those. So, all right, Flag of Columbia and striped undershirt commemorative flags. 200th anniversary of Columbia Navy and U.S. Coast Guard patches. 4 Pan American emblems. Again, this is your emblems for finishing in the top 3 25 times. Was it 25 and 50 and 75 and 100? Can't remember the numbers. I think that was it. Camouflage for Dmitry Pozarsky. So this is the new, I believe the Dmitry Pozarsky, if I remember correctly, is the new ship that's going to be a little like Mikhail Kutuzov. It's basically the new Kutuzov. And interesting camo. I can't say that I hate that. Little bit of a weird nose piece on the ship. The guy almost looks like he's holding a hockey stick. I'm sure that's not what it is, but that's almost what it looks like. But otherwise, I mean, pretty nice looking camo. Added a unique voiceover to Commander Minakami Shiori. Not familiar with that commander, but hey, that seems to be all of it. So if I recap this, we're getting camouflage for one of the new ships. We're getting some emblems and patches and flags. We're getting some new commanders, of which at least 2 of them have a unique voiceover. We're getting a new ship, the Somme, or the Sami, which is British, like Jutland, and is going to be available for completing this puzzle collection that they're going to add to the game. Recruit-based combat missions, which has to do with the recruiting system. Settings improvements. Supposedly they're making the setting tab much more friendly. We'll see. I hope that they do. Economic changes. So basically they're nerfing operations so that it's not as easy to complete certain combat missions and operations. So lovely. And then what else do we have? We have the Sea Battles here. The new Sea Battles minigame. I don't think this is hitting on a whole lot personally. I mean, you can buy some of the tickets with your credits or free XP or whatever. I guess that's okay. But honestly, spending 250 doubloons to purchase a ticket, and they're just giving away common economic bonuses for sinking ships, and these rewards for winning the battle. The ships you can get are, I mean, I guess that's okay for 250 doubloons. If you could get a ship for that, even the low tier ships, not too bad. You can't buy them for that in the armory, so maybe not as bad as I initially think, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be that great to me. Just so. Then we have the big news that we heard about the other day. Our new aircraft carriers we're going to test out that has mine fields droppers, and we still don't know. We know a little bit more about how that works. We know how you can, a little bit more about how you combat it, that you can use what was it? It says you can use depth charges and the airstrikes to destroy mines, and after you've destroyed enough, the entire minefield disappears. I mean, what I see is going to be done is the minefields are going to be dropped into caps. That's what I see happening. They're going to be dropped into caps, particularly on the enemy side. So that's what I see, is we're just going to have things covered with freaking mines. It's going to be weird. And then we've got this smoke generator curtain. Again, not 100% sure how useful, but we'll have to see how it works to have a gigantically long wall of smoke and how it's used. Don't know. And we are going to have a new battle type called Concealed Maneuvers, where you can play these new carriers and test this out. Please don't. We got some new camos for the new, well, actually, we got the early access to the Spanish cruisers, and we got some new camos for these that are named Gaudy, and boy, are they. Holy cow. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. I appreciate the detail from the art department and everything, and I'm not blaming the art department. They're just designing what they're told. But these are not a good look. I'm sorry, they're just not. Not for me. Hope somebody else likes them. But that's it. That's all for the for this new DevBlog from today. But there's another short, sweet DevBlog that came out today. It's on new ship distribution methods, so it's going to tell us about a couple of the new ships that are going to come out and how you're going to be able to get them. So if you're interested in these, here's the second new DevBlog for today on June 15th about details about which resource some upcoming ships will be available for. So in future updates, you'll have the opportunity to anchor several new ships in your port for free. We'd like to tell you what in-game resources some of them will be available for. The first one is American Destroyer Halford. I believe, is this not the hybrid DD with the planes, which I'm not looking forward to. It will be a coal ship. And then the new Dutch cruiser, the Van Spek, will become available for research points. So there you go. And then details concerning the cost and their release dates will be published at a later date. So that one is short and sweet and to the point. No recap needed on it. So that is our DevBlogs from today, from June 15th. And yeah, you know when you play hide and seek, and the people go out to hide, and the person that's going to be the seeker has his head down and counts to 10. And then says, ready or not, here I come. Well, Wargaming has counted to 10 regarding some of these new features for the carriers. That it's ready or not, here it comes. That's what it amounts to. So we're getting it. You may not like it, but you're going to have to either learn to love it or learn to deal with it. And that's the way some of the things are. Subs are the same way. We're doing our best. I just hope they don't finally get the game to a point where nobody can deal with it any longer. If you get too much stuff going, you're going to clutter it up too much. So let's hope we don't get to that point. Now, that being said, it's now time to actually go out and play some freaking World of Warships. So let's do that. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to receive notifications of future videos, just ring the bell. Until next time, Tater Dawg says, woof.